For Janet Chapter, please see Dr. Thompson in Consulting Room 2. Janet Chapter, Consulting Room 2.
Come in.
Dr. Thompson, great to see you again.
Janet, come in. Call me John, please. How's that husband of yours? Tell him he still owes me that drink.
Oh, he's fine, and I'll pass on the message.
So, how can I help?
Well, I'm sure it's nothing.
Why don't you let me decide that?
Fair point. Well, it's just that, I've had this stupid cough for maybe a month or two, and I seem to be tired all the time.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, the other day when I coughed, the spit was mixed with blood.
I see. Well, hopefully there's nothing to worry about. But I would like to refer you to the hospital for some tests, purely to rule out a few things.
The hospital?
I would like you to go today if you can.
That's soon.
I have a friend at the hospital. I can pull a few strings. We can't have our best patients having to wait, can we?
Dr. Thompson? John? Should I be worried?
Honestly, I hope not. But it is only fair to say that the symptoms could mean a number of things.
Are you telling me that I have cancer? Is that what this means?
I'm not saying what it is. We don't know at this point. But we do need to find out. I'll make some calls, and if you would like to go back into the waiting room, the receptionist will bring you a referral letter in a few minutes. Send my best to Charles.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll do.
Mum, I'm thinking of applying to the local amateur theatre group. They're looking for female singers for the next production. It's only a small part, but it could open doors. I would have to be naked?
What?
You're not listening to a single word that I've been saying, have you?
Sorry, Laura. It's just been one of those days. Oh, tell me again, you're auditioning for a naked play?
The naked part was a joke, Mum.
Thank goodness for that. Can you imagine trying to explain that to your father?
You'd have kittens.
Yes, with funny little mittens. Go and wash your hands after smoking that ridiculous thing.
Moan, moan, moan?
Are you in tonight?
No, I'm staying around at Fred's. He's got the new Halo 22 game.
Don't forget you're working tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll sleep when I'm older.
Now look at that. A typical modern family.
Dad, I'm going to audition for the local amateur theatre group.
Oh, nice. What's the part?
All three of the witches from Macbeth.
Oi!
Quit it, you two.
You okay, love?
Yeah, sorry. I just came over a bit dizzy. I must be tired. I'll go and have a lie down after dinner.
You take it careful, Chuckles. We can't have you wearing yourself out. And you two, pack it in. Look at the stress you're causing your mother.
All right, I've got to get off. Got to get round to Fred's.
Sit down.
Oh, I'm off too. Sara's audition as well, and we're going through some pieces together.
Whatever. You get up to much today?
Sorry?
I asked if you got up to much today.
I went to see Dr. Thompson. He sends his best wishes.
Oh, what sparked that off?
Oh, Susan. She said I should get this stupid cough checked out.
What did he say?
Oh, not much.
That was amazing. I'm so glad I married you. Not that I married you just for your cooking. Right, I'm off to watch that programme on trains. Do you need any help clearing the decks?
No, I'm fine. Fine. Just a bit tired.
Don't use the word forever. We lived too long to be so loved. People change and I can't be tethered. We think we are the only ones. You can walk the streets of...
Come in. Oh, Janet, come in. Sit yourself down. Is Charles with you?
No, I didn't want to waste his time. It's probably some bug.
I'm sorry, it isn't as simple as all that. We're still waiting for some of the tests to come back. But it is looking like you have pleural effusion, otherwise known as fluid on the lungs.
What does that mean? I mean, how? I don't understand.
It looks like you have cancerous cells that have inflamed the pleura. You will need a pleurodesis, which is where we drain some of the fluid and replace it with a kind of sterile talc, which inflames the walls and makes them stick together. So there's no space for the fluid to build up. We will back that up with a series of chemotherapy and radiotherapy. I know this all sounds really scary right now, but trust me, we will explain everything. I've booked you a consultation with a specialist at the hospital tomorrow at 10:30. Can Charles take you?
Yeah, sure, yeah, I think. Cancer. Charles. Okay, how long do I have? I mean, will it kill me? And is it treatable? And why me? I mean, what did I do? I mean, God, there's just so many questions. I'm sorry. It's just...
Janet, I understand. But honestly, we think we have caught it early. The prognosis is good. And the chances are we will be able to stop the growth of the cancer before it goes any further. Still, I'm sure Charles will look after you.
Charles, look after me.
10:30 tomorrow.
I'll go then.
The falling leaves drift by my window. The falling leaves are red and gold.
There you go, Charles, and a bag of scratchings as well.
Thanks, George. You're a star.
Have you seen the new barmaid? Very nice. I think I might make this my new local. So, work treating you well?
Yes, mustn't grumble. Just started a new project, new software app for the banking network.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, I can handle it.
I'm opening a new branch next week.
Another estate agent.
Yeah, that'll be 5 shops with a total of 25 staff, with all the headaches that brings with it. But the turnover's really good. And I'm going to make Frank the manager of this one.
What, Frank, your son?
Yeah, I know. But he's finally got his act together now. He's 25. He's got himself a girl and a couple of kids.
Oh, great news. And the wife?
Ex-wife, I'm afraid. Yeah. Divorce number 2. She was caught in bed with an estate agent. He was a bit keen to show her his portfolio, if you catch my drift. Yeah, you could say they both got the sack.
No way. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, she was a crap wife anyway. I've got a new girl now. Could be wife number 3. So, anyway, what's the reason for the summons? Not that I need an excuse for a quick pint or 4.
Well, it's Janet.
I've got you on one of them silly diets again.
No, it's not that simple. Oh, it might be nothing. It's just...
Sorry, you're going to have to help me out here, mate.
Well, she's changed. She's acting all secretive and... Well, I came home early the other day and she wasn't in.
Well, maybe she was out shopping.
No, I phoned to say I was working late and asked her if she was up to anything. And she said she was at home, resting.
So what are you saying?
I think she's seeing someone, having an affair.
But Janet? No, you two have been solid for years. No, not having that, no.
It's the only reason I can think of. She's just changed so much. I mean, she's losing weight and, well, things in the bedroom have been somewhat absent. She keeps saying she's tired all the time.
So, you think she might be wearing herself out elsewhere?
Oh, nicely put, thanks.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm not very good at this softly stuff. I don't mean any offence by it.
I don't know, it's just that we promised each other that if ever we fell out of love, we'd have the courage to tell one another. Maybe she's just too scared to tell me.
Do you want my advice?
Well, that is what I called you here for, yeah.
Ask her.
What?
Take her for a meal, and when the time's right, just come out and ask her.
But what if she is?
Look, mate, you've got nothing to worry about. Now, I know women, and trust me, Janet is not having an affair.
But what if she is?
Then you'll know.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Yeah, I get that. But you need to know. Then if she is, then you just have to work through it. Move on with your life. Deal with it together.
I get it. I'm just not sure I want to face it.
Come on, I'll get another pint.
So, was the meal okay?
Darling, it was lovely. Thank you. It was such a nice surprise too.
So how are things?
Good. I'm tired, but good.
Oh, they're bringing out a new series on model railways next week.
Oh, good. You'll love that, won't you?
I was thinking, so the project I'm doing ends next week, and we've got a little bit of spare cash at the moment. So before I start the next project, I was thinking perhaps we could spend the weekend in the Lake District. We could go to that really nice hotel, you know, the Lowood on the banks of Lake Windermere.
It's a lovely idea, but I'm not sure I can spend the time. And there's the kids to look after.
They are both adults.
You told them that recently. They'd never survive a weekend without us, and if they did, the house wouldn't.
Yes, you're probably right.
Sorry.
This wine is nice. I'm glad I went for the more expensive bottle. It's worth spending a bit more on wine. I've always said that, haven't I?
Have you, if you say so?
Janet, Chuckles, is everything all right? Are you happy with, us?
Yes, of course I am.
Nothing you want to tell me or you want to get off your chest?
What do you mean? What have you heard?
Well, are you... I mean, is there... Oh, for fuck's sake, are you having an affair? Oh, fuck, you are, aren't you?
Oh, no, Charles, no. No, an affair, no. Look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at you. No. I am not having an affair.
Well, why the change? Why have you stopped in the bedroom?
Charles, I said I went to the doctors and that there was nothing to worry about.
Well, yes, you said you were just tired.
I lied, Charles. Oh, God, you are not going to take this well, I just know it. I didn't want to tell you like this. I mean, I haven't even really thought about how I was going to tell you.
Tell me what?
Charles, how do I even say this?
Please, you're making me feel really uncomfortable.
No. Look, there is no easy way to say this, so I'm just going to come out with it.
You're scaring me now.
Charles, listen to me. I have cancer.
What? I thought for 1 minute then you said you had cancer.
I do, Charles. I have cancer. It's no joke. I mean, trust me, there's very little funny about it at all. I have cancer in my lungs. It has caused fluid to build up on my lungs.
No.
I'm afraid so. I've been going to the hospital for tests. And next week I'm having a pleurodesis where they will drain the fluids. Then I have to start chemotherapy and radiotherapy.
Tell me it's a sick joke.
Oh, it's no joke, Charles. I'm so relieved that you know.
Was this something I did?
No, darling. Please. It's just one of those things.
It's not fair.
No, I agree with you on that one. But I suppose life isn't fair, though.
Why you? Why us?
We can get through this, and just for your information, I would never look at another man, no matter how long I live.
Oh, God, why did you have to say it like that?
Why what?
No matter how long you lived, what if it isn't that long?
We can't think that way.
How long do you... I mean, do they think it will...
Kill me?
Yes.
It's too early to say. I will have to have some treatment, and they think they might have caught it early enough to maybe stop the progression of the cancer.
I feel sick.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Charles. I've been feeling sick all the time.
I should have been there for you. How could I not have noticed?
You did. You just thought the symptoms were something else.
I'm sorry. I should have known better.
Darling, you have nothing to be sorry about. I understand. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
Oh God, the kids! How are we going to tell the kids?
We will tell them together. Just as we will face this together. I'm not going anywhere soon. Not if I have anything to do with it.
I love you, Janet.
I love you too, Charles. More than I think you know. What's more, I will always love you no matter what happens.
Will I lose you?
Never. Even if I die, I'll still be with you.
Come on, let's get you home. You must be exhausted.
Thank you, Charles.
Waiter, check please.
And I wanna believe you when you tell me that it'll be okay.
No, not this song. I hate it.
I'm telling you, Mum, it's my fault. If I would have never have smoked, she would never have got this bloody cancer.
Paul, mind your language. Ask yourself this. I have cancer of the lungs, but you are never in. How can your cigarette smoke have attacked me? By remote?
Oh, you're saying that to make me feel better. Okay, I hate myself for this. I'm not going to forgive myself.
Not all cancer is caused by cigarette smoke, you know.
Oh, like you wouldn't know.
Actually, I do know. I've been doing some research and...
You've been doing some research, have you?
If you two keep shouting, I will ask you to leave.
Now that is the best idea I've heard all day. Why don't you go home? There's nothing you can do here.
You can't go through this alone.
Trust me, I'm never alone in this place.
Right. Come on then, sis. Let's go.
They are a lively pair.
You could say that. Sometimes I wish I was in a box 6 foot under just for 5 minutes peace.
What?
Oh! I am so sorry! My goodness, what an awful thing to say!
Makes a change to see some laughter in here.
Oh, you're not wrong. I'm Janet.
Rose, nice to meet you.
I hate this stupid thing.
Tell me about it. It makes you feel like shit and yet we come back again.
Must be mad.
First time?
Yeah, no, second. You?
Last chance saloon.
Well, everything crossed.
I think with all the research going on, they will find a way to make this a lot less unpleasant.
Strawberry flavour or something.
Or rum punch.
Hey, perhaps we could go into business making an alternative chemotherapy treatments. You got any children?
2. Luke is 8 and Thomas is 5.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They take after their mother.
I'm sure my 2 were swapped at birth.
Really?
Yeah, but they were born at home, so I have to accept they're mine.
The boy,
Paul.
yeah, he blames himself.
Yeah, it's crazy, really. He started to smoke when he was 16 against my better wishes, and he's convinced that I got cancer from passive smoking. I mean, I've told him I'd actually have to spend some time with him for that to happen. He's never in.
Bless him.
Oh, bless him. And then there's lovely Laura, 21, going on to 101. Trust me, if there's a cure for cancer, she'll find it.
At least they care.
Yeah, true, they do. They drive me completely mad, but they do care. I don't know what they'll do if I go.
They will cope.
You think? It's my fault. I spoil them. I do everything around the house. The cooking, the washing, the cleaning, tidying up. I mean, Paul doesn't even know what a washing machine is. And I think he thinks the table just magically produces food for him to eat. And Laura, she's got her head in the clouds most of the time. She's forever changing her diet. Well, she became vegan just the other day. I had to buy a new cookbook. She lives on the internet and is forever trying to solve the world's problems. She can't even tidy her own bedroom. And my husband loves trains more than anything else. If I were to put a beautiful dress on and walk into a station, he would stare at the trains, not at me. Must be hard for you.
What?
Well, all this with children so young. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm never going to win the tackle, am I?
It's okay, honestly. I just struggle sometimes. I have to be so strong. Sometimes I just want to give up. To quit.
Quit.
How did your husband take the news?
The news?
That you had cancer?
Oh, he broke down in the middle of the restaurant. He actually thought I was having an affair.
Really?
Yeah. He finally got the courage up to take me out for a meal and challenge me on it.
Shit.
I know. As if anyone would want me, I mean.
Oh, you ain't so bad. The Sigourney Weaver look is big right now.
You think so?
No, not really.
You know what? I wish it had been as simple as an affair. We could have got past that, marriage counselling or some sort of stuff. Instead, I must pump my body full of poison.
I never thought of it that way. He seems strong now.
He hides it well. But I know him better. He's been crying lots.
He's not alone. There are things I don't know, but he cries himself to sleep each night. Every time the chemo fails, every time I throw up down the toilet.
That is the worst part. I've never felt so sick.
Let's put it this way. Sometimes I just scrape my dinner straight into the toilet. Cut the middleman out.
Keep it down, you'll bring on matron.
Godzilla?
That's a little harsh.
Somewhere there's a disaster movie missing its monster.
You know, Rose, you're an amazing listener. I feel like I could tell you stuff I've never told anyone else.
You're welcome. This last few years have been tough, with all this time in hospitals and clinics. I am past the point of caring in a way. Whatever happens, happens. Look, while you're here with me on this ward, you can be anything you want to be. You can say anything you want to say, and I promise never to judge you.
Really?
Yeah, for real. I want to hear your darkest secrets, and if you're brave enough, I will tell you mine.
Oh, I mean, go easy on me. I come from a sheltered background.
Okay, let's get the ball rolling. Tell me honestly, how you met the man of your dreams.
The man of my dreams?
Your husband?
Oh, Charles. Well, that is a story.
Well, I just happen to have space in my diary, so tell me the lot.
Okay, but you won't judge me.
Hello.
Well, I was 22, and I'd been out drinking with some of my university girlfriends. And I got into an argument with them. I can't remember what it was about now, but I ended up on my own. I'd lost my purse and my phone was in there, so I ducked into a pub to ask the landlord if he'd call a taxi for me. And then I spotted Charles in the corner. I told the landlord to hold that cab, and I walked over to him. He had on a pair of smart shorts and then a worn-out old polo shirt, and his hair was a bit of a mess. But his face... Well, I just sat down right next to him, and I said, "Hi, sexy. Want to get to know me better?"
It's funny.
It was the drink talking. I didn't drink much back then, you know. To be honest, I still don't drink much now.
Is 2 bottles of wine too much? If it is, then I drink a lot. If not, then I don't drink much either.
2 bottles of wine a week is nothing.
A week? I meant a day.
Wow!
Oh, joking, woman.
Well, thank God for that.
So anyway, you're trying to change the subject. Back to Charles.
Okay. Wow. He just sat there listening to me and smiling at me. And I stood up to go to the bathroom and, well, I fell in his lap.
Oh, yeah, seen that trick before?
No, honestly, it was an accident. I didn't mean to.
I'm just pulling your leg.
Oh, he smiled at me and said, "I think I better get you home."
He was a fast mover.
Not his home, my home.
Oh.
He drove me to my flat, and I asked him if he wanted to come in.
Go on.
He looked into my eyes, and there was a connection there for sure. And I leant forward to kiss him.
Oh my God, it's like a meals and bone. You just knocked him.
No. I threw up all over him.
No way.
He was plastered in it.
Oh shit, this is just hilarious.
Well, yeah, he didn't find it quite so funny. Oh, I had some old clothes that an ex-boyfriend had left behind, so he came in and I promised to wash his clothes and return them to him.
Did you do it?
To what?
Did you wash the clothes? No, I mean, did you have sex?
Not a chance. I mean, I was too drunk. I collapsed on my bed and was out like a light. When I woke up, there was a note from him on the side. "Nice to meet you. Here's my number, and I will come and get my clothes when they're washed. Charles."
Oh, so you saw him again?
Oh, yeah. But this time I made sure I was sober.
And did you?
Yes, I did the washing.
You know what I mean. Did you do it?
Not sure I feel able to say. But it was very special.
Oh, how tastefully put.
So, how did you meet your Prince Charming?
I was on stage when I met Terry.
On stage?
Amateur dramatics in the local village hall. I think it was Jack and the Beanstalk that year. I quite fancy the guy who played Jack, but he turned out to be gay. Why is it the sexy ones that are being gay? I was in the chorus, and during one dance sequence, I spot Terry in the audience. He was staring at me, like really staring. I started to think my teeth were hanging out or something.
Were they?
No, they were not. It was a family show.
So, did he ask you out?
3 months later?
3 months?
I know.
What did you say?
Nope.
No!
His little face nearly dropped through the floor. Then I said yes.
You, my dear, are a tease.
There's the woman who sits on strange men's laps.
Well, I have to concede that one to you, but mine was an accident.
So you say, keep telling yourself that it's fine.
Don't think I want to talk about this anymore.
Oh, come on, Janet. I'm only joking. You need to learn not to take life so seriously. Enjoy it, rebel in it, and be a rebel when you can.
I'm trying. This is just not my normal cup of tea.
No judgment, remember?
I remember. Sorry, Rose.
Janet, do you ever feel like trading him in?
Charles? No. And I'm a firm believer in better the devil you know. Besides, he isn't all that bad.
I would not change Terry for anyone. Mind you, if Brad Pitt or George Clooney walks through that door, who is Terry? I sometimes wonder what he sees in me, though. I mean, I'm not exactly the best looking lass around, am I?
Well, I don't know. I think you have a certain charm to you, and you've a wonderful personality.
Are you hitting on me?
No, I am not. Would I stand a chance?
No. Yes.
Well, that no means yes, and that could get you into trouble.
I had a fling with a girl once.
A girl? Oh, well, really?
Yeah, Terry don't know anything about it. It was years before I met him.
Well, helps to talk about it. I mean, we have no secrets.
She was in the same dance class as me, Rachel Shaw. She was a better dancer than me. We were only 18 at the time. Well, we sort of fell in love.
How?
It sort of just happened. We found ourselves alone and, well, it felt right at the time. Kissed. Not sure where it came from. Maybe it was the heat, maybe it was some deep inner feeling picking out.
You kissed a girl?
I kissed the girl and all I can.
Please. I'm trying to be serious here.
Sorry.
So, did you go out?
No, it was just a brief thing and we agreed not to talk about it. And she went her way and I went mine. She went off with a ballet dancer from the Royal Ballet School. They live in London now. I bumped into her once, her and Florentina.
Florentina?
Florentina Zarakova from the Royal Ballet.
Gosh. Things you never know about people.
So, you got any skeletons in your cupboard?
No.
Really?
No, there's nothing.
No secret, that is the rules.
Well, I did once have a crush on our next door neighbour.
Hang on, let me get comfy. Well, I can get comfy, but go on.
He was called Giles.
Giles?
One over here.
Sorry.
He worked as a mechanic.
Handy. So what did he look like?
Oh, he was very well toned.
A mechanic called Giles, who was very well toned.
I know, you can't make it up. He had long blonde hair that came down to his shoulders.
Sounds like Flash Gordon.
I suppose he does. Never thought of that before. Well, one day, I'm on my way back from Waitrose and the car breaks down. I tried to get it going again, but it just wouldn't start. So I was trying to push it along the road, get it back to the house, when Giles pulls up in his sports car.
You never said he had a sports car.
Oh, some red thing, a Porsche or a Ferrari, I can't remember.
Don't suppose you were looking at the car much.
Please.
Sorry, love you.
Well, he told me to get in and he pushed me up the road, and to be honest, I think we were moving faster than when the car was working. And at the house, he opened the bonnet and I stood behind him as he leant over to look at the engine.
You didn't.
I did. And he was wearing skin tight, and I mean skin tight. Skin tight cycling shorts, which led nothing to the imagination. And he soon found the problem. Some lead had come loose. Plugged it back in, and he asked me 3 times if I could start the engine.
3 times?
Yeah, I was still staring at his...
It's just so funny. Oh.
Yeah. So I got in and started first time.
That was kind of him.
Yeah. He was a nice neighbour.
So did you?
Did I what?
Play with his spanners?
No, certainly not. I would never cheat on Charles. I love him way too much. Anyway, Charles moved out the following summer, which was a relief in a way.
Good on you for not straying.
Thank you. Is it hot in here or what?
It is warm today. Well, despite my hubby's many faults, and he has many, I love him to bits and have never even looked at another man.
Or woman.
Hey, here's your sister.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
You're getting way too comfortable talking to me. Besides, he is a wonderful dad. To see him with the boys is just inspiring. Look, my oldest has dyslexia.
Oh, my friend's son has that.
I have to say, when I first found out, I was mortified. I thought it was thick, but Terry did some research and found out that dyslexic children have an above average IQ and that they just struggle to get what they know out onto paper. He bought Luke a laptop and spent hours helping him to learn to type on it. We went into the school and got permission for Luke to use the laptop in class instead of writing. Last week, he was given a first prize in a poetry competition. First prize!
I bet you were so proud.
Proud. I've been from year to year for days. It almost took my mind out of this shit. Terry is so patient with him and still finds time for little Thomas.
That's great.
It was an accident.
Sorry?
Thomas. He wasn't planned. He was the product of a hot curry and far too much wine one summer. Obviously, we never tell Thomas that. As accidents go, he was by far the best one I have ever experienced.
Mine were planned. Though to be honest, sometimes I wish I could change my mind.
I can't imagine what mine would be like.
Sorry, tack toward again.
Oh shit. I'm a mess. It just struck me that if this doesn't work this time, I may not get to see them grow up.
Oh, come on, stay positive. It will work this time, for sure.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm feeling a bit tired now. Do you mind if you just rest for a while?
100% with you on that. Bose.
Yes, Janet.
Thank you.
What for?
Taking my mind off all the sadness in our lives. Look, I'm here for you, if you want me to be. Anytime you need to talk, or shout, or swear.
Ditto. You know I wish I had met you years ago. I feel like I have known you for a year, not just an hour.
Yes,
You know the tears are rolling down your face, and it feels like yours was the only heart to break. When you come back home and all the lights...
You okay, Chuckles? You look exhausted.
I'm fine. Just a bit worn out after the chemo. You know how it gets to me.
Just as well we found this bench then. Let's stay here for a little bit longer, shall we?
Such an amazing view up here.
Yes. Takes your breath away.
You sure you can afford to take time off like this? I don't want you getting in trouble with work.
No, it's fine. I've been told to take all the time I need. I mean, I am finding it difficult to focus on things right now with the...
Cancer. You can say it, Charles. It won't simply go away.
I know, I just find it hard to say it.
I know. Bless you. Do you remember the time we walked down by the river?
Oh, yes. And you got your Wellington boots stuck in the mud.
You came in to help me.
And I ended up losing mine as well.
We were plastered in it.
Good times.
Oh, and under that oak tree down there, that's where we had our first family picnic. Just after Paul was born. Laura was what, 3? At the most. And she just kept toddling off.
We had to tie her reins to a bit of old tow rope so she could wander right up to the water's edge, throw stones in without falling in.
As you say, good times. Let's just stay here forever, you and me, in the beauty of God's nature. No more hospitals, no more squabbling kids. Just like this, snuggling.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, what's all this about?
I'm just scared. Scared that it's going to take you away from me. We've never been apart for longer than 3 days since we were married. I mean, how would I cope? I've got no idea what to do with the washing machine, the cooking, the cleaning. No, that was all I would miss. Oh God, this is all coming out wrong.
It's okay. It's okay. I understand. I know what you're saying. But you are stronger than you think. And Paul and Laura, well, Laura would help you.
I don't want that. I want you. I've always wanted you since the moment we first met.
No. And you know I feel the same way. I love you and I will always love you. I love your smelly socks. And the fact you keep missing the laundry bin. I love how you always forget to wipe down the sink after you shave off your beard. And I love that you buy me flowers from the garage because they cost less and they last longer than the ones you buy from the florist. And I love the fact you enjoy my microwave puddings despite the fact they look awful. I love you and I always will. So come on, blow your nose, dry those eyes. This is our day out. We should only think happy thoughts.
Sorry. Some support network I am.
You are doing amazing. Trust me. I wouldn't have got through this without you.
Thanks. I am trying.
Very trying.
Anyway, you know, I am sorry if ever I've taken you for granted, laughed at your poetry or put you down without meaning to.
Apology accepted.
I mean it. From now on, when you get through this, and you will, I will change. I want to learn how to operate the washing machine, and who knows, I might even do a night class in cookery.
Are you kidding me?
Oh. I want you to have more time to concentrate on your poetry. I've got a gift for you. I was going to give it to you later, but I can't wait.
What's that?
Seriously? It's a laptop.
Yeah, thank you, Sherlock. I can see that, but why are you giving me a laptop?
It's to go on your new desk that's being installed as we speak in the conservatory. Laura's there receiving it now. She just texts me the photos. Then you can sit there while I cook and clean, and you can become the next Pam Hares.
Pam Ayres, but I get what you're saying. Oh, Charles, that's amazing.
Besides, when you become rich and famous, you can pay me back.
Charles, we can't afford that.
Oh, who cares about the money? Besides, now you have to get better, because I've checked and they won't take it back.
Charles, I don't deserve you.
Oh, I think you pay your price.
Hey, look, is that a falcon?
Where?
Down there by the trees.
No, it's a seagull. Though this far from the coast, I doubt it's ever really seen the sea.
Charles,
Yes, love?
if I was...
No, don't start talking like that.
Well, we have to face that there is a chance.
But I don't want to.
If it was to happen, I want you to go on with your life.
What?
You know, find someone new, if you wanted to.
Never.
Never say never. Seriously. I'll be sunning up in heaven.
Or cooking below.
Oi, cheeky. The point is, it would make me feel happier knowing if I had to go, and I'm not saying it will happen, but if I did, then I give you my blessing to move on and find someone else. I mean, we're gonna need someone to operate the washing machine and cook and clean, because you're bloody useless at all that.
Oi, you cheeky mare. Right, that's it. You're going in the river, and I don't care about your wellies this time.
If you were to win the lottery,
I don't play it.
if you were to win the lottery, say £50 million, what would you do?
50 millions. Well, now you're talking. I have a boob job.
Really? I think your breasts are nice.
Trust me, if that did it for me.
Oh, wait, not like that.
I know. I would buy Terry a brand new car. He never had one. Always had a second or third hand one.
My Charles calls them a rolls can hardly.
What?
Rolls downhill, can hardly get back up again.
The type. I would love to see him in a Porsche or a Ferrari. And you're not sure where he would put the kids.
I would buy Charles a Range Rover.
Big car.
He always wanted to have one as a child. He told me he was going to be a vet because they drove Range Rovers. Then he found out you have to be clever, so he decided to become a computer programmer instead.
New house. One of those posh mansions in the country with hundreds of rooms, so I could lose Terry and the boys and have some peace and quiet.
Swimming pool?
Because what I was saying,
Oh, and stuff.
to wait on our every need. Oh, and the man called Steve to give me a rub down after a hard day of doing very little.
Why Steve?
Shh. I'm imagining Steve.
You have a mind like a sewer.
Hey, a girl can dream. It's okay to go window shopping as long as you don't get the credit card out, right?
If you hadn't met Terry, what would your ideal man be like?
I chose Terry.
Oh, come on. Use that imagination.
Okay. Well, he would be about my height. Hate having to look up or down shit all the time. Strong and confident, honest, reliable, trustworthy.
Does that sort of man actually exist?
Shut up. He would be good looking, but not too good looking.
Why?
I want him to be all mine. If he was too good looking, I would be scared it would need to be shared.
Fair enough.
So?
What?
What about you?
Honestly?
We are sisters. We tell each other everything.
I would have Charles.
Cheat.
No, I'm serious. He's everything I ever dreamed of. He loves me despite my many flaws, cares me when I need caring for, and he's crossed with me when I need it. And he has become the best father, husband I could ever dream of.
Shit. That is so lovely. And here's me trying to replace mine.
Oh, give over, softie. Come on. Dry those tears. Give me a hug.
Holiday. I will take the boys and Terry to Disneyland, Florida for a month.
A month?
Yes, we will stay in one of those posh hotels right on the park. Make sure we have priority passes so we don't have to do much queuing.
It's not for me. It seems all too American.
True. Would you have anything done?
What, to my house?
No, your body.
My body? You saying I need cosmetic surgery?
You know I'm not saying that.
What about you?
I wouldn't mind having some liposuctions. Lose a spare tire or two. Have some taken off my bum. Oh, and one of those rubber band things.
Rubber bands?
You know, to stop you from eating so much.
Oh, a gastric band. I heard they can be dangerous.
Oh, maybe not then.
But shh. You'll have matron in here again.
I would bloody pay for her to take early retirement. Sour face old bitch.
Hey, don't hold back. Say what you think, please.
I would also like to have that buttock stuff.
You mean Botox?
That's what I said. Get rid of the lines in my face.
You know that's like rat poison or something.
No way. They wouldn't use stuff like that.
Trust me, they do.
Well, that's out too. You're not fun, you know.
Sorry, only telling you the truth. I would pay for my daughter to go to America. She's always wanted to go. As a singer, you know.
You never told me that.
She worked on the cruise ships for a year. She was terribly homesick, so she had to come home after a year. She always wanted to sing on Broadway. I would pay for her to have a big break in America, be in one of those musicals, you know, Phantom of the Miserables or something.
Phantom of the Opera or Les Miserables.
Yeah, those two.
I love musical theatre. I wanted to go into acting full time, but my parents told me there was no money in it and that I should concentrate on a career.
What job did you have before you became a mother?
I worked in a bank. I was a cashier, senior cashier.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There was me thinking you were just a cashier, and all the time you were a senior cashier.
Yes, and don't forget it. What about you?
Oh, I've always been a full-time domestic engineer.
What?
A housewife.
Oh, you mean you never worked?
Oh, I worked, but when I was younger. I worked in an ice cream factory. Trust me, you never look at a 99 the same way once you've worked in an ice cream factory.
Oh, I love a 99. The flake and the sprinkles and huge sauce.
Oh, if that's what pleases you, go for it. Well, then I worked in a cinema as an usher till they got rid of most of us, and that was my last job. Oh no, my last job was the shoe shop.
Heaven?
Hell? Do you realise how thick customers can be? Women who insist they are a size 5 when they're clearly a size 7.
I thought that only happened in dress sizes.
Shoes too. And then there are the shelf destroyers. They take one pair of shoes down and proceed to bring down another 6, and then they just casually slide them aside.
Is that why you left?
Honestly?
Yeah, come on. You're among friends.
I slapped a lady. She told me I was stupid and that I had given her the wrong shoe size.
Shut the front door! You have a violent side to you!
It's no laughing matter. I was very nearly arrested. Thankfully, the knowledge that I was losing my job was enough for her. Oh, anyway, then I married Charles. He earned enough for both of us. Soon the kids came along and I just never bothered to go back to work.
What job would you do if you could do any job?
Pole dancer or stripper?
Wait.
No, it was a joke.
No, I could see you up a pole.
I don't think so. Besides, Charles would have a fit. No. I would like to be a poet or a writer.
They say that there is a book in everyone. I'm not sure where mine went.
I have written some poetry. I went along to a poetry group every other Saturday till the tutor tried to make a pass on me.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. He asked me to stay behind and help him to tidy up. I told him I was a happily married woman, whatever one of those is.
So you never went back?
No, I was going to, but then this happened.
So let's hear one.
Oh, they're not that good.
Well, let me decide that.
Okay. But don't blame me if you don't like it. The mattress is soft. The sheets fresh clean. The lover's kiss. The gentle touch. Time for passion. The unspoken release. The thrust of manhood. Those...
Okay, I think I've heard enough. You'll be sending my blood pressure up.
Ah, it's fairly tame. You should hear the one I wrote about the 2 lesbian friends of mine.
Really? Oh shit, don't think I can take that right now. It's not bad though. Your poetry, you should have full look into it.
That's if I get through the chemo.
I tell you what, I promise to come to your first poetry reading. I will be there right at the front as my mate reads her slutty poetry.
Yes. Nicely put, Rose.
You're the one with the gift of words.
Okay. If we get through this, I promise to focus on my poetry, and you will be guest of honour at my first public reading.
I will hold you to that.
This seems to be taking ages today. You know, I'm so glad you're with me, Rose. I had an awful time last week. Oh, some woman just sat there and cried the whole 3 hours.
No, what's the point? It doesn't change anything.
I would give some money to charity.
What? Oh, you're back to your millions.
Yeah. Good causes. People who need help and support.
Us then?
You know what? I would give a lot to cancer research if I thought it would do some good and find a cure for both of us.
Oh, good idea. I hope this bloody works this time.
Me too. For you and for me.
I can bear the thought of going through all this discomfort for it just to fail.
Oh, I've got a good feeling. This time we are both going to be okay. Trust me.
I'll take a pint of that self-confidence, sister.
You can have 2 pints.
We live in a greedy little world that teaches every little boy and girl to earn as much as they can possibly, then turn around and spend it foolishly. We've created us a credit card mess. We spend the money that we don't possess. Our religion is to grow and blow it all. So it's shopping every Sunday at the mall. All we ever want is more, a lot more than we had before. So take me to the nearest store.
Should we sit here, Mum?
Sorry?
Are you sure you're well enough for this?
Yes. Sorry, dear. Just a little drain from all the chemo. You know how it is. Well, you don't. But...
Does it feel weird?
What, love?
Losing all your hair?
Yeah. But I'm used to it now. And it does make getting ready in the morning easier.
I'd hate to lose my hair. Mum?
Yes, Laura.
Are you gonna make it?
I think so. Well, hopeful. So are the doctors. But you know, it's never a guaranteed thing.
Okay, Mum, don't freak, but I've been looking at some things online, like research, and there's things that you can do, you know, to beat this.
Really? Like what?
Like, some say it's down to the diet, that if you change what you eat, then it will get rid of the cancer.
God, Laura, that is rubbish, honestly, love. I was told about that when I saw the specialist. He warned me about the risk of changing my diet. They have proven it to be non-related.
Okay, ignore that. What about cannabis? Look, my friend has got this dealer who can get you pure stuff, whatever that means, and I can pay for it out of my savings. It's fine.
Laura, if you so much as look at drugs, I will never talk to you again. Apart from it being illegal, which it is, there is no proof it actually does anything but ease the pain. Look, promise me you will never try drugs. Promise me now.
Look, I promise, alright? I'm only trying to help. Well, To be fair, my friend said the pharmaceutical companies came up with a cure for cancer like years ago, but they won't release it because they make too much money on the drugs they pump into you.
Laura, stop. Please, I don't want you to find the answer. I just want you to live your life. What will be, and there is very little we can do to affect it. Laura, look at me. I love you for trying, but trust me, the doctors and the hospital are doing everything they can to make this better. We'll find out in a few days, one way or another. Now, it's just you and me. Do you still fancy Roger?
Mum, I didn't think you knew about him.
I may have cancer, but I can still see when my daughter has the hots for a director.
Nah, he's not interested in me. I'm just some silly girl in the course line.
I've seen the way he looks at you.
Besides, he's like 28 or 30 or whatever. That's like way too old for me, right?
Your father is 9 years older than me, you know.
I forgot that. Do you really think he likes me?
Well, don't tell your father. But I think he's hot enough. Besides, and if I think my female intuition is still working, you can safely say he's hooked.
But what if he says no?
Then you will know.
My world will literally end.
Laura, isn't that slightly melodramatic?
I guess. I mean, I'm an actress, but...
Life is too short for buts. Go for it. Look at me, in my poetry. I'd almost given up on it, but now I'm finding new inspiration. And if it helps, I can always write you a love poem to give to him.
Don't you dare.
Well, if you don't take action soon, then I will.
Thanks, Mum. I really hope you get through this. I miss these little chats of ours.
Me too, honey. But...
Oh, not this speech.
I have to say it. If I have to go, I want you to know that you have always made me the proudest mother on this planet. I want you to know I need you to go on and to make it on the stage. Be whatever you want to be and do whatever you need to do to get there.
I will. I promise.
And, well, one way or another, I will be there watching proudly. Either in person in the wings, or I will haunt you till you die.
Now that is creepy.
Oh. Would you be willing to babysit for Rose, you know, the boys? So we can all go out for a meal together. I'll pay you.
You will not pay me. Of course I will.
Thank you, darling. Right. Energy recharged. Debenhams or M&S?
Oh, both. And Primark.
Oh, no.
The shopping bag ladies, they live in the terminal waiting room, patiently whiling their hours away, desperately keeping the demons at bay, making up lies about times that were good.
Okay, so Laura's really looking forward to babysitting for Luke and Thomas, and Charles has booked us into a very posh restaurant. Oh, some French restaurant. He insists that it's his treat. You will not pay half. Well, all right, you can pay next time. So, yeah, so we will pick you up at 7:30. Wearing? Oh, just a dress I haven't been able to wear for a while. It's one of the positive things of cancer. I've lost so much weight, I can get into the clothes I haven't worn for ages. Yeah, no, true. Oh, I don't think it'll be as popular as Slimmer's World. Oh, it's blue. Colour's blue. The one with the split down the front. Oh yeah, I'm going to wear my wig as well. What? You've got a blue dress too? No, that's fine. That's fine. You can wear blue as well. It's fine. Look, don't change for my sake. Okay. Right, I'll see you soon. I did not think I'd manage that cheesecake, but I did.
Well, I would just like to say it has been a wonderful pleasure spending the evening with you all tonight. And I would like to propose a toast to happy times to come.
Rose, what's the matter?
We had a meeting with a specialist this afternoon. The results of the tests have come back, and
The chemo failed. They say I have only a few months, if I'm lucky.
Oh, God!
Rose, no!
Terry, you should have said. This was probably the last thing you wanted. Fucking cancer! Why does it have to ruin everything?
no, it's fine. We wanted to come. We should probably go now. I'm sorry if we ruined the night.
Oh, don't be daft, mate. We fully understand. You have nothing to apologise for. If you need anything, we're here for you.
Unless you've got a cure for cancer, then. We'll take a taxi home.
No, it's fine. We'll drop you, Charles.
No, thank you. We'll take a taxi. We need to talk.
What if mine fails?
It won't. The doctor said it looked good.
But what if it does? I'm not ready to go yet.
You're not going anywhere. I won't let you.
Charles, you don't have the power to make that promise.
I know, Chuckles. I know.
Oh, I hate it that a small growth has the power to destroy everything.
Well, we'll know for sure tomorrow.
Yes. One way or another.
And if it does fail, we've still got one more chance. Waiter, check please.
Come in. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Chapters, do come in and take a seat. I'll just send this off. And done. Good. Well, I know that you're both very worried about the results, but I'm delighted to say that it's looking very good indeed. The scans show no sign of any cancer, so I'm pleased to say that the second dose of chemotherapy seems to have been a success. We will want you to take regular tests, and obviously your GP will explain all of that to you, but it's looking like you're in the clear.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you, Doctor. Will it come back?
It's hard to answer that question. Hopefully, no, but truthfully, there is a chance. However, we are confident that we caught it in time, so with regular testing, we should be able to keep it at bay.
Come on, darling. Let's go and tell the children. Come on, let's go.
Just want to go and see Rose first.
I understand. She'll be delighted for you.
I know she will.
We have all the time in the world now.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
No jokes, I'm afraid. Don't think I can find it in myself to laugh that much, not right now.
You had your results.
Yes. And I'm sorry, it's good news. They think they've got it.
And why are you sorry?
Because I want you to have that too.
But I haven't. It's life.
I should be so happy. But I'm breaking down inside. I'm terrified that it might come back again, and then next time I'll...
You can't live like that.
I know. Fuck. Here I am offloading to you, and you're just...
You're a friend. And since when did you start swearing?
You're my best friend. And I'm gonna lose you.
You'll never lose me. I will haunt you till you die. And come and join me. Sisters are like that. Janet, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure, anything.
You and Charles look after Terry and the boys.
Of course, we will.
No, I am serious. He can be the most stubborn man alive. I'm so fucking proud. He would not want your help. Promise me that you will never take no for an answer. That no matter what he says, you'll be there for him and my boys.
I promise. And the boys, they just gained 2 extra grandparents.
Thank you. I just need to know that we'll be okay.
I promise you.
I'm sorry, I need to sleep. I love you, Jen.
I love you too.
Janet.
Yes, Rose.
It's okay to be happy. You're cured. You have a new start. Don't feel guilty. Celebrate life for me. Live your life for me. Remember the poetry.
I will. Thank you.
Every time I close my eyes, you're all that I can see. I hold you in my heart.
I see Godzilla's on duty today. Honestly, that matron, she should be listed as a lethal weapon. Gosh, have these grapes gone off again? I'll get you some tomorrow, yeah? Hopefully you'll be well enough soon and I can bring the boys to come and see you. That's bound to perk you up. They miss you terribly. Mrs. Jackson, you know, from 22, she's been looking after them this afternoon. She and her husband, been brilliant. I don't know what I would do without them. I don't know how I'd be able to cope. Of course, your mom's been a help too. But she's been busy, you know, with work, and my parents, well, they're trying to do their best. Do you know, I've got 6 shepherd's pie in the fridge from Concerned Friends. Why is it they all make the same thing? Good job the boys and I actually like shepherd's pie. Rose, I miss your cooking. I miss your bloody cooking. Is it too much for you to get out of bed and just get better? Have you given up? Do you not want to get better? The boys need you. They miss you. They need you to care again. You stopped caring, haven't you? You stopped fighting. Do you ever think for one moment how awful this is for me? How stressed I am? God, I've got to cope with all the friends asking how you are. I'm sick to death. I'm sick to death of their sympathy. I can't tell them. I can't tell them how I'm really feeling. I'm ashamed of you. There, I've said it. I'm so angry. Just so angry with this cancer. With you for giving up on me and the boys. If you really wanted to fight for this thing, you get out of that bloody bed!
Mr. Jackson, just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm sharing some home truths.
Not on my ward, you're not. Out, now.
I'm sorry.
It's not me you need to apologise to.
I know. It's just... I'm so angry. She's given up. Stop fighting. I'm so scared. So...
Confused?
Yes. The boys... They're losing their mother. I'm losing the love of my bloody life. And she's just given up.
She is not given up. She suffers daily. She's holding on for you, for the boys. But she is suffering.
I just don't understand.
No, none of us do. None of us could ever really understand, but she has been fighting for so long that she just has nothing left.
Why doesn't she just die then? Get it over with. Set herself free.
A good question. Maybe she's just waiting for permission.
I'm sorry. You know, I loved you from the minute I saw you. You were only in the supporting cast, and yet I just couldn't take my eyes off you. It took me, was it 3 months to get the courage to ask you out? And you said no to this? Then you laughed, your face lit up, and you said yes. God, I've never been so nervous in my whole life. I couldn't tell. It was the film that we watched. You know why? I spent the whole time just looking at you. We kissed. Do you remember that? I think it was outside the cinema in a bus stop? Yes, it was raining. Gosh, I felt like I was going to float away in a cloud. And then when I asked you to marry me, oh my gosh, I was actually sure you were going to say no. But again, you said yes. Oh gosh, when you did that, you made me the happiest man alive. And Rose, you've continued to do that every day. Gosh, sure, we've had some rows. We've had some bloody great rows. But you and I know that making up was always the best thing. You've given me so much. So much. And I would give anything to trade places with you. But I can't. I can't. I can't make this evil thing go away. The only thing I can do is Rose, thank you. Thank you for fighting for us. I've been so wound up with my own suffering and the boys' suffering, and I forgot that it's truly you who is suffering, Rose. Rose, maybe it's time. It's It's time for the suffering to stop. I will love our boys as I've always loved you, and they will know how amazing you were. And I promise you, they will never, ever forget you, Rose. I guess what I'm saying is, if you need to, Rose, I give you permission.
She's not suffering anymore.
For as much as it has pleased Almighty God, of his great mercy, to take upon himself the soul of our dear sister, Rose Jackson, here departed, we therefore commit her body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life. Through our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Cancer is often referred to as evil, as the curse. It comes as a thief in the night and steals away loved ones from us. The battle is a tough one. It is a painful one for the people who have cancer and for those of us around them that love them and feel their pain. Rose leaves behind 2 young boys who will miss their mother dearly, but I know that the family and friends, old and new, will step up to the task and help Terry with the boys to come through the darkness. Rose's suffering is over, and yet our own suffering goes on. Somehow, we need to find the opportunity to smile, to laugh, and to cry together. There is hope when we have family and friends to give us that hope. Janet, a new friend who meant so much to Rose, has been asked to say a few words.
Not much good at speeches. I guess it'll be a miracle if I get through this one without crying. But hey, church is all about miracles. I've written it down. I first met Rose when I was having my 2nd dose of chemo, and she was having her last. It felt from the very start like we had known each other for years. Rose is my angel. She was sent by God to help me get through my cancer. She came into my life and helped me when my life was falling apart. When I faced troubles, she was there. When I faced joys, she celebrated them with me. We became like sisters. Me, the uglier one. We told each other things which we will both take to our graves. And Rose has already done so. She has taught me not to take life so seriously, to live each day to the best that I have to offer, and occasionally to swear a little too. The day after, Rose found out that her chemo had failed. I found out that mine had been a success. I wanted to swap our records to pass my get out of jail free card to her. I couldn't. Thomas Bailey Aldrich, a writer and a poet, wrote, "What is lovely never dies, but passes into another loveliness. Stardust or sea foam, flower or winged air. I have always wanted to be a poet, and I promise, Rose, that if I got the all clear, I would give it a proper go. So I have written a poem for Rose. Funnily enough, she promised that she would be there in the front row the first time I read one of my poems in public. Looks like she kept her promise." Rose is not dead. She is.
Rose is not dead. She is in our hearts and our minds. She is in the flowers and the trees, the sunrise and the sunset. She is in the joy and the sorrow, in life's ups and life's downs. What we bury is just a body. She lives on in the memories. She lives on in our hearts. She will never leave us. Rose Jackson, I miss you. Love, Janet.
Remember, morning always comes as night surrenders to the sun. No matter how dark it may become, yeah. Don't stop your light from shining on, 'cause nothing's ever over till you say it's over, and nothing's ever finished, not unless you walk away. You see, I got hope, so we can use a little even when you don't, and I won't let go, 'cause a little bit of again. Oh, it's easier to let go than to hold somebody's hand. But if you do,